Hello everybody and welcome back to Old School Gamer here. We are back again with another video today. And so earlier this morning on December 27th of 2016, it was reported that one of the actors from the original Star Wars series, like Star Wars 1, 2, and 3, well not the pre-sequels but the very old ones, 4, 5, and 6. Princess Leia, the actual actor for Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher, has actually passed away this morning at 8:55 a.m. on December 27th of 2016. Carrie Fisher was actually flying to LA on Friday from a tour she had in London promoting her new book called The Princess Diaries that is actually about her behind the scenes experience with the Star Wars series. Let me find it here. It is chronicalizing behind the series moments and that acquired while she was filming the original Star Wars trilogy. So all of her backstage experience, all behind the scenes that happened, everything that happened offset and during that time of Star Wars, when she was making that, everything that happened during that time period, she pretty much wrote a book about. And it was pretty much about, she had a bunch of diaries that she wrote back then when she was making the movie that she randomly found. That I saw this on an interview on YouTube and that she was in. And the book is actually about a bunch of diaries she wrote back then when she was making Star Wars, and she actually forgot that she wrote them, and she just kind of came across them and read them and everything. Was like, oh wow, I'm actually should write a book on it. And she's actually known for quite other books. I'm gonna throw pictures up there on the screen because I don't know the names of them from the top of my head. I actually don't know the names of any of them. I did see a few of them earlier when I was watching the YouTube video, but I don't quite remember. I'm sorry about that, but I'll throw a few up on the screen. But sometime during her flight, she actually suffered from a massive heart attack. Flight attendants actually had to perform CPR before they could land the plane and rush her to the hospital. So mid-flight, flight attendants actually had to perform CPR on Carrie Fisher to try to keep her conscious or whatever, and before they could land the plane. And they were actually 15 minutes away from LAX, which is a airport in LA, in case you guys are unfamiliar. They were 15 minutes away from landing, so they literally had to, they pretty much landed in LA and took her to an LA hospital, if I'm not mistaken. But while Carrie Fisher was in the hospital, she actually remained unconscious until Tuesday morning, the day she died, on December 27th of 2016, like I've said before. But she was actually announced that she passed away by her daughter, Billie Lourd. And also a family spokesperson, Simon Halls, actually confirmed Carrie Fisher's death in a statement that he made to People magazine. And this is what he said. It is with a very deep sadness that Billie Lourd confirms that her beloved mother, Carrie Fisher, passed away at 8:55 a.m. this morning. She was loved by the world, and she will be our entire family thanks you for your thoughts and prayers. My thoughts are definitely towards the family, and also my prayers too, I guess. I don't really pray, but we're not going to get into that. Now, other than that, if you guys are actually wondering or a bit worried about how Star Wars Episode 8 will actually plan out or go out the way they planned after this sad news and tragedy that we had in a person that actually had a major role in the Star Wars series. I've actually read a few articles, seen a few videos, and I was actually just talking to my dad and my cousin about this. I told them, what do they think about Star Wars 8? Like, how is that movie going to plan out? Or Star Wars 9? Or however much they're going to make after that Leia will actually be in. They actually informed me that, they showed me a video that in Star Wars 8, they actually have all the roles that Leia is supposed to be in, like all the scenes that Leia is actually supposed to be in. They actually have all of her roles and scenes already completed and finished. So that's honestly pretty good. So we don't really have to worry about Star Wars 8 having to be changed like at the last minute, like some type of story plot is actually going to have to be changed now that we don't have Leia in the picture. But of course they would probably just CGI her anyway, like they did in Rogue One. Like I could see that happening, them just going in with the CGI of Leia or something like that. But yeah, but that's honestly a little bit of good news that we get out of this whole story here, out of this whole article. Well, the good news is that they have all the roles completed with Leia in there. So we're honestly going to see that be filled out the way they wanted to. But of course, we all know that Star Wars 9, if they don't kill Leia off in Star Wars Episode 8, it's not confirmed if they do or not, and it's honestly not going to be confirmed till after we see the movie, till after it's released. So if they do not kill Leia off, it's going to be pretty interesting of what they're going to do with Star Wars Episode 9, because we can all pretty much assume that there is going to be a Star Wars Episode 9, because like New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and Emperor Strikes Back, I don't know if that was the order. Well, New Hope was right, but I don't know the last two. But of course, they're pretty much going to go off like that. They're just going to make a whole nother 3-movie trilogy, and then of course it's Disney, so they're going to expand even more off those 3 movies there. So we're going to be having so many fucking Star Wars movie out the ass that Star Wars is going to get old as hell, and it's just going to be, I don't know, just keep be boring. But I don't know, I'm pretty interested in what Star Wars Episode 9 is actually going to bring. Or I don't know if they've, like, since they have all the roles completed with Leia in Star Wars Episode 8, I don't know if they were already planning on killing Leia off, or if she actually lived through everything. Like, we don't know any of the roles that she's going to have in Star Wars Episode 8. At least I don't. And I honestly refuse to look any type of Star Wars thing up, like any type of Star Wars ideas, thoughts, what's going to be new in the movie. I refuse to look any of that up. So if you guys are trying to stick with my channel to search up on Star Wars news and learn up on all the new Star Wars news, you're at the wrong place, my friend. Because honestly, Star Wars to me is going to be a complete surprise from the time I watch it and everything. The only thing I'm going to know about Star Wars are the trailers. Anything that was shown in the trailers, I'm going to know. I don't watch what you missed in a Star Wars trailer or anything like that. I'm not going to watch any of that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Star Wars. I don't know if they killed off Leia. That's my biggest thing right now. Like, I don't know if they killed her off or not. I said that multiple times, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where they go from with Star Wars now. We don't have to worry about no Star Wars story plots or anything being ruined, because we all know they're going to make another one after Rogue One. It's not going to be no Rogue One series, because if you guys seen it, you know what happened. I'm not saying anything, no spoilers here. This is a place for no spoilers. And but we all know what happened there. So if they do make another Star Wars story, they will be off something else. So we honestly don't have to worry about that. And then again, they will just CGI Leia like they did in Rogue One. But yeah. But other than that, guys, I think I am going to end the video off there. There's really nothing else we got to say here. I pretty much got all the stuff straight. I hope I didn't leave anything out. If I did, please put it down there in the comment section below. I will pin it. I will favorite it. I will try to get it seen from everybody who watches this video, because this is, honestly to me, this is important news. I thought this was good enough to report. I was actually going to report something about a Oculus executive being arrested for the article here on Polygon says cops arrest Oculus executive in underage sexting. So pretty much sexual predator type stuff. So yeah, I was going to do a video on that. Then I saw something about Carrie Fisher. I was like, oh wow, that name seems very familiar, because I wasn't too. I didn't quite remember what her name was, the actor for Leia, Carrie Fisher. I wasn't too familiar with what her actual name was, but I saw that and I was like, wow, this lady seems interesting, and not interesting but familiar. And I clicked and I was like, oh wow, this is Leia. Oh wow, and like I was just like, oh, this has to be a video. So yeah, but other than that, guys, I think I'm in off the video there. If you guys liked it, don't forget to like, maybe subscribe if you feel worthy enough. And as always, don't forget to leave your thoughts and comments down there below. What do you feel about this situation? Are you sad, or are you just kind of neutral about it? Like me, I'm just kind of neutral about it. I didn't know her personally, so I can't be sitting here all crying and everything like some YouTubers might do. Like I've seen that about Iwata, or I forget the guy who died at Nintendo, but I saw a bunch of YouTubers crying over him, which I didn't understand that. But other than that, guys, I just leave your thoughts, comments down there below. And as always, keep it old school. And I want you guys to have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever time you guys are watching this. As always, keep it old school. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later, and as always, thank you for watching. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia.